Okay, ad should be over. Welcome back to... Oh god, please, no. Anyone who was watching last time may notice a slight difference. The 30 pygmy is gone. I made the mistake of sleeping one extra time in the game after I ended stream. And a huge cutscene played. Due to the nature of the game, you don't get backup saves or auto saves. You can't go back a day. You have to live with your choices. So I had to replay the first several, I played up to Spring 5 instead of Spring 6. And it gave me a little bit of a chance to tweak some of the things that we'd done. So let's load Backup Bunny. The main thing of note, on this run through, I pretty much speed ran finding the pickaxe and going and mining a bunch. So we have a lot of copper going, which I have used to upgrade the pickaxe, which is on the go right now. We have planted some stuff. I have not actually added anything into the root cellar on this run yet, I think. Because we still have like 7 days worth of food, 8 days worth of food. Yeah, still like 6 days worth of food for everything. I think if anything I might have dumped in a couple of the small fish. I got roughly back up to where we were in the research at the manor as well, so we've still got the smoking hut. Pretty much got to where we were, apart from, like I say, a little bit of foreknowledge on what to work towards. So things like whilst getting all of the stuff to make this, I also got a lot of extra stone, which I added to the box for... Was it Hazel? Hazel's herb garden that we were working towards. But yeah, now he's starting to say, hey, slight warning, we're running out of food for herbivores, so we're going to have to start paying attention. So yeah, as you can see, I put all the stone in, all the weeds in, all the sticks in. It is now pretty much compost and the foraging stuff that we need to work on. I do have some of that foraging stuff in the garden, on the farm, currently growing. Like a couple of bits of mint. And somewhere, there we go, some pepper water as well that we picked up. Is the other difference, other than obviously getting a different skill for being a bunny instead of a ferret, we get green claw as the bunny to get better crop instead of have a chance to find meat when you're chopping trees. Picked up the cardio for the stamina as we did last time. Also picked up the seed finder, so when we pick up weeds we can just find seeds for the farm. It's really useful. Also keeping an eye out because, you know, actually put the fish trap down this time round. Yeah, one thing I know that I need to do, I need to look into how much wood it costs to get a barn or a coop. Because we're going to want to start getting ranches going. Currently, with a farm, as long as you are smart about it, like a lot of these things are going to be harvestable in a couple of days. But carrots, radishes, the next few days we're going to have the stuff for them. So they can just be like, either dumped directly into the fruit cellar if we want to be lazy. Or we can dry them out, preserve them a bit. Also, thank you, Smilk, for the posture check. I've literally just sat down, so I'm not checking that again. It's fine. Stretching. I would stretch more, but my back will crack open, and then I'll have a drink. I do need a drink because I have eaten quite a large bit of bread. With the temperatures being what they are, I have opted this week for things that don't require me to turn the oven on for food. Which basically means a ton of bread, a ton of cheese, a ton of sliced meats. Oh, that's actually trash, is it? Yep, that's actually trash, not letter in a bottle. Oh, well. I believe it's his brother we need to talk to about taming things, so since we need to find some more mint anyway, let's head to where the carpenter is. Yeah, 15 pepperwort, 18 mint, and a bunch. Compost, I do have 2 compost heaps going with stuff that's not just weeds in it, so it's going to get us, I think, enough to do all of that. Good to see a couple of mints will be done in a day's time. Ooh, that one's done now. Mushrooms for snacks. I really am just walking around just spamming the A button. Ooh, bottled surprise. Yay, we can make a bed. Really not the priority. Wait, hang on. I think you're the carpenter. Yes, you are. What are you? No, you're not. You are one of the guys that lives at the swamp? I think. I believe it was... Current location, forest. I wonder if he's just at home then. No, he's not. In that case, let's have a look, see if we can find him. That is not the forest. Well, whilst we're here, we might as well finish the little run for the foraging. Okay, so there's at least a couple more minutes for tomorrow, plus what we've planted. We're getting close to enough, I think. Right, he's still somewhere down here. According to the map. So not in here, but let's at least talk to her while we're here. Something relationship points. Right, he has now moved to here. He lost the tip of his ear to a fencing accident. Thought had a fence growing up, partner chucked it up by accident. Okay. Right. Yes, I do. So 50 planks, 50 stone for a coop. Okay, everything costs the same. That's good to know. We are probably going to want one of each, so we're going to need all total 200 stone, 200 planks. And 2,000 coins. And we currently have not 2,000 coins. Drop a raspberry in there to add to the research. Oh. More films. You need to get into the habit of just talking to people. I'd love to be able to make jam. That would preserve well with all these raspberries. But I think we would need a recipe for that. Smoked fish. I need more wood. Yep, I already have spoken to you, Graf. In that case, it's time to just chop. Ooh! That was helpful. Some coins in that bowl. Okay, let's think what else to do for the day. Put some planks into magically saw. A day left on that compost, and I think 2 on this one. Yep. We had nothing ready to harvest. Carrots are for one of the quests we have. Right, that was a new fish, so yep, we have the icon to give it to the research. So we won't use that yet. I'm going to assume that most of the stuff that we get out of the research is things to help preserve and buildings and such for recipes. You know what, it's near the end of the day. Let's plant up the extra things we just found. In no particular order, because... Let's see. I know I have the strawberry seeds there, but can't actually plant them yet, so I'm not sure why I'm still carrying them around. I think for now it's slightly better efficiency to chop the logs on the floor. I think. Not by much, but I think it takes 10 to chop a tree down and then another 1 for the stump. So 11 stamina to get 10 logs. Yeah, you will excuse me for not talking too much, because these are... I'm trying to wean myself back into actually streaming. After having so long of not being able to see properly and then deciding I'd rather not stream than have to squint and give myself headaches. Now that I'm getting back into it, I can't think of a lot to actually say. That isn't just, oh, we're doing this, oh, we're doing that. I know I do have, like, some possible plans for things I want to do. Like, about a year or so, year and a half ago maybe, I did start work on that 3D model. And I keep getting Blender tutorials show up on YouTube, and I'm like, are you trying to tell me something here? Are you trying to tell me I should go back and give it another try? Okay, so we've a little bit further. We've got barely any help from anyone, really, but you know. Right, it does say we don't have much. We got like 4. Oh, here we go. Here, this is the cutscene that would have played had I, you know, carried on streaming last time for a little bit of time. There's Finn's here. Alright, I think that's everyone. Now, could I have your attention? I've just returned from visiting the capital. The city... it's gone. The docks were collapsed, so I couldn't even set foot on land. But it looked like most buildings were either destroyed by fire or torn apart. The air was heavy with the stench of death. Did you talk to anyone? What happened? I saw people moving about, but they're acting feral. What does that even mean? Were they bandits? Looters? Hold on, everyone. Let me finish. I tried calling out to the people I saw, but they were aggressive and unwilling, or unable to talk. They charged at me like I was prey. If not for the fear of the ocean, I'm sure they would have jumped into the water and attacked me. It's like they were mindless beasts. Crazy? Beasts? Are you sure they weren't just mad with hunger? Everyone, please, calm down and let Finn finish. That's not all I found. The capital was devastated. So I visited a few neighbouring villages in hopes of getting answers. Every village nearby was also destroyed, each one filled with feral people. Eventually, I found a village unharmed and well defended. They stopped me from docking, from doing anything other than talking. And so we talked. According to them, feral people are cursed or diseased. Anyone who's injured by them is fated to become like them. The only way to protect the village was to shutter their walls and kill anyone who forced their way in. I couldn't stay there for long. They demanded I leave immediately. So I went looking for other survivors. Most villages were destroyed. Those that weren't denied me entry. There are a few who let me dock, those who are isolated and not aware of the news. They asked me to leave soon after I told them. I don't know if I'll be able to trade you food and supplies anymore. I'm sorry. What are we going to do now? Cursed? Deceased? Is this the end of our village too? Everyone, calm down. It's going... Shut it, Theo. You're not our leader. You're a glorified tax collector. Enough! I'm sorry for yelling, but you all need to quiet down and listen. Emotions are high. I get that. It's deeply troubling news, and I understand your reactions. But we're a community, one that loves and supports each other. We need to come together, not shout at each other. Thank you, Finn, for keeping us informed. You risked your life out there. We'll get through this, together. It'll be tough, but I'm sure we can survive. Heck, we've got a farmer now. We don't have to trade for food. Everyone looks at us. The farmer with 3 days' worth of experience. Finn, you must be exhausted from your journey. Please come to our place and rest. Everyone else, please go home, process the news. We'll figure something out. So we did not get a chance to talk before. I'm Finn. You seem to do much better. I'm glad. Most shops around here usually restock the day after I leave. Although that's assuming I can find some other town to trade with. Yeah, this is all the stuff we can buy from Finn. So we can buy peppermint seeds and stuff. We haven't found any dandelions yet, so I am curious whether or not it would be worth buying some like a dandelion seed. Or 2 to plant. He also sells bottled surprises, so that's recipes. I think I am going to buy... the dandelion seeds. Also going to drop in the smoked fish, the worm, the radishes are good for 6 days. It's going to take a day to dry them out. So hopefully, doing that will make them last longer than 5 days. That's more meat. That is a lot of... I say a lot of bars. It takes 20 bars. Oh, damn, that's quick. Gruff has finished upgrading the pickaxe, so... you can now enter a new mine. You can find clay there and find titanium. And Rose has a request, so we'll go and have a... see if we can find Rose. put those in. Don't need to fuel that yet. We have got a bunch of put the bones in and the fern. That's under the 26 fertilizer that will turn up soon. I really want the carrots. So tomorrow. I believe the carrots unlock irrigation pipes. If the things I have researched are anything to go by. Let's see, 6 hours. Right, so let's see, Rose. Where does Rose live? Or where is she right now? Okay, she is up in the furniture store. I do have this horrible feeling that I'm going to be really enjoying this game and I'm going to make one mistake, have someone die because of it, and I'm going to not want to play anymore because I'm sad that someone died. Ooh. That's a lot of plums. Hang on, luckily, I have the thing that lets me run a little bit faster, I think, so... Hey, back up, Bunny. Have you had time to set up a compost bin yet? Adding compost to your growing plants really makes a difference. Plants like us, they need food and water to grow big and strong. Healthy plants grow faster and produce bigger harvests. Wouldn't you try and see if you can grow a bumper crop? I swear it would be fun. Here, take these cabbage seeds and compost. Add the compost to the soil when you plant the seeds and give the plants the best chance to become a bumper crop. Would you bring me a few cabbages when they're ready? My dad loves cabbages. I'm going to leave me with 8 compost. Also going to go and grab that pickaxe. One thing I really want to do is upgrade the watering can, but as in every game like this, losing your watering can for a couple of days sets back your food production for a couple of days. And in most games, that's fine. In this game, that could mean people die. Can't get the village supplied with tools if I don't have a source of ore. Oh, I forgot. Your tool's finished. You should try it out. Yay, new pickaxe. Let's see, what 20 iron bars and 500 coins. So, okay, so I do need to make sure I don't get too much bronze. If I get any extra copper and tin, probably worth just selling. Yeah, I do not have that for now. You do not let me sell things, so now that's enough. Where are you? Oh, there we go. I thought it was not going to let me harvest that. So that is our old mine. We have a new one to go and have a look at. I'm sure there was another mint that was going to be ready today. Where is it? There it is. I think I can get to the swamp from down here. Yep. Whilst I'm here, grab ferns, food. Keep an eye out for white flowering plants. That's the pepperwort. Like that one. Catfish. You'll be going to the research pile. Oh, I just realised we've got so much fresh fruit we can use for stamina in the mines. Oh no. I did not thoroughly prepare for this. Learn how to make grilled meat. I am going to go and offload a bunch of things before we go into the mine, because mines also have chests. Chests full of goodies. Useful goodies. I feel like, yep, I'm definitely going to need to, let's see, so hay we can put in, compost, we can put down trash. Let's see. Right, that'll do for now. I don't think we're going to have long in the mine if we do get to it. I do need to water all the plants as well. Right, okay, so let's see. What have we got? We've got small smoked fish, 2 medium smoked fish. Let's put a few of the radishes in there. Actually, let's put all the radishes in there. And the dried pear. We'll quickly go and dump these fish we found into the research. So we found a char, catfish, and a chub, and some hay. I think we get the next one at 30. Yep, it looks like the next one we get at 30. This is kind of like the museum, it looks like, really, because it's all the things that we are getting. I mean, now that we've got more stuff, I'm noticing we've got it on the tables. The fish we've found go into the tanks. I'm sure there's other stuff that dug deeper for it. Okay. Now, whilst back on the way to the swamp, let's have a quick stop off at Hazel's, because then we can offload that. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to dump the compost too. We have another entire bin of compost that's going to be ready tomorrow that we can use. Oh, this is making me consider looking into the game idea again. I wanted to make a game along these lines, but with the automation in that I love so much. Right. That's instantly a couple of helpful things. Oh. These walls are taking 2 to chop into. Oh, but it's getting us clay. And the other one, breaking the walls down, gave us stone. So it was so easy to get the stuff for Hazel's building project. Right, that's the outside. We can't get any further up there. I don't want to dig this way because that was unstable roofing. Granted, we are only on the first level of the mine, so if it did collapse, no real big deal. Okay, there's our iron ore. Of course, I think with us having, I think it was 6 tools, that means we are going to be after 120 each of each material, if we want to upgrade everything properly. Assuming we live long enough for that to make a difference. Oh god. Gruff can probably die. If we don't keep the food going. If Gruff dies, that means no tool upgrades. That will be tough. Ooh, Sapphire. That had best sell for a decent amount. Hang on, you know what I'm gonna do? We'll destroy that. Right, time to start. Eating foods. One thing I appreciate in this game is I haven't seen anything about romance options. Because in the scenario, which, you know, if you were paying close attention to the cutscene earlier, and by close attention I mean have any kind of vague understanding of what rabies is, a bunch of the animals at the place have gone feral and they're scared of the ocean. And with rabies, you tend to have a fear response to water. It's why the other name for it is hydrophobia. So it would look like we are dealing with a rabies outbreak. Where is our down? I'm definitely mining these sapphires because they should hopefully sell for a decent amount. Okay. You're safe. There's the down. Okay, nothing left over there, really. I did see one thing we could have picked off the ground, but it would have taken precious stamina to get it. What else have we got? That is more iron. I do feel like getting a second smelter up would be a relatively useful idea. Whoa. Because at least that way we can keep things running. Like all of that, all of that. We are running out of daytime, so let's use up our last stamina for the day. Head back to the surface. Oh no, it's slightly harder to navigate in the dark. Who would have thought? Oh, I never did actually water the plants. And let's do that. quickly put that kibble in there. At the very least, these 1 day left carrots for 1 day remaining need to be done. And then we quickly run home. Haha! That was cutting it very close. We would have started, I think, with like half stamina for the day. Week 1 complete. We just got an achievement for surviving week 1. I don't think it was meant to be that hard. Right, we do need to be careful of the herbivore foods, but we are planning for that. And the herb garden is coming along pretty nicely. Uh-oh. If you thought it was going to be hard to work before, welcome to more annoyance. Is this everyone? Yes, sir. Please proceed. Theo, what's going on? Who is... Silence, peasant! We're in the presence of Her Majesty's retainers. Now then, let me introduce myself. I'm Gustavo Goldwhiskers, Her Majesty's Master of Coin. A plague of madness is sweeping across the province. The provincial capital has fallen to feral beasts. I regret to inform you that the Duke Silvertail perished in the provincial capital. Uncle. Her Royal Majesty Empress Priscilla Snowfoe is raising an army to quell the chaos and restore peace. An army has many hungry mouths to feed, and they'll be defending you, so Her Royal Majesty has decreed that a defender's ration must be collected. So if I may, you may not. It's a royal decree, not a discussion. We can barely scrape by as is. What you're asking is impossible. We just barely made it through last winter. Sir, please, we have small children to feed. Quiet! Failure to comply with the royal decree is treason. I'm glad you understand your place. Now to the other rations. There's more? Of course. Do you think an army solely requires food? Iron, weapons, medicine, repair materials for our ships and wagons, and finally wool for our clothing. Do you think this is a minor skirmish? The provincial capital's in ruins. Her Majesty is treating this threat as equivalent to an invading army. As such, all of you are required to contribute in any way you can. Starting next week, a representative of Her Majesty will start by every Sunday to collect the defender's ration. Do not fail to deliver. If the defender's ration is not gathered by Sunday night, we will go door to door to collect by force. Is this understood, Raccoon? Yes, sir. We'll gather the food materials and have them every Sunday night. Good. Let's head back to the ship, soldiers. Our breakfast is waiting, and I'd rather not have my appetite spoiled by hanging around here. This place reeks of desperation. Fucking nobles. Oh, hello, Backup Bunny. Sorry we couldn't come to get you this morning. The soldiers were a bit insistent on no one leaving the docks. Don't worry about the other rations. We're a trade village. We'll be able to supply the materials per portion. What you need to do right now is fulfill the food ration. Let's see. According to this, you're expected to contribute 4 days' worth of both carnivore and herbivore food. Place it in the root cellar and we'll calculate how much it is. But don't worry too much. The whole town knows you've barely gotten settled. I'll ask everyone to contribute what they can for now. I'm sure by summertime you'll be able to sustain the town and the ration. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have to go hand out the other ration demands. I'm probably going to get yelled at. Yeah, and that is, that's the annoying bit. You've not pleaded, go away. Every Sunday night, the army will stop by and take food from the root cellar. And since today, I believe, is Sunday, they will be taking 4 days' worth today, which would leave us with not enough food for tomorrow. Let's put the sunflower in. Put that in. Okay, honey counts for both. That's good to know. And the bone counts for carnivore. So we've got plenty of carnivore food. We'll have 2 days spare. And we'll have like just under 1 day spare for herbivore food. And we haven't had a chance to check the farm yet. So, touch wood, a bunch of our stuff is good to go. But first up for the day, got an ore in, a sapphire in, a clay, and an iron ore. That should put us 5 until the next recipe. Can I talk to you? What do you want? Go bother someone else with your problems. I mean, you realize I mean, you might be safe in the armor, but you are not safe in the armor from Bunny with an axe. Okay, let's see. So we have carrots. We have some more radishes. And for now, that's it. Let's see. Looking for a quick way to earn some cash. Gruff is always talking about valuable ores and gems can be found in the mine. I'm sorry, but I don't think you should sell food unless it's about to rot or you really have too much of it. We may need it to survive. The restock day. Every Sunday morning, all shops will set out new items for sale. We don't have much to offer now that trade has been, well, you heard what Finn said. So I'll give you a heads up, stop by later. New request from Hazel. So we'll definitely go and have a chat to Hazel. We'll also hand in these carrots. And then we'll see what it actually takes, the irrigation. Let's see, where would I find Beatrix? You bought the carrots! I'm going to make hawthorn carrot cake with these. I have something you'll find handy on the farm. A water pump. Set this up and connect water pipes to make watering crops a breeze. Learn how to make copper water pump and irrigation pipes. And of course, because we didn't clean out, there was once a stoat who got into fights. He led to a foe covered in bites. One day he met his match after sleeping in a patch of nearly 1,000 hungry tiny mice. That was not a very good limerick. Right, what was I was literally about to do something. What was I going to do? Lost and found. That's at the mayor's house. I just walked past it. Yeah, lots of stuff that we need to pick up from the lost and found that I didn't even realise we'd lost. Quote unquote lost. Just dropped on the floor. Let's... Do we have that water pipe? And we have a water pump. So, water pump supplies an area to the pipes within a 3x3 area around it. Pipes automatically connect, and nearby pipes, if they're neighbours, they will only water the ground if they're within the pump's effective range indicated by the blue. Pipes will not water tiles if they're outside the pump's range, even if they're indirectly connected to a pump. There are 3 pump tiers, each with their own working range. Donate items to unlock further tiers. Okay. So what I'm hearing then is we want to move this up here. And there we go. Hang on, did that... That didn't actually... Okay, no, that does not take stamina to turn the pump on. Perfect. What do we need to make more? 10 copper bars and 50 stone. And 1 tin bar makes an irrigation pump. We are going to need more smelters. That is a definite. We are going to need more smelters. Yep. Corn is out of season, so we can't be doing that yet. Okay, we have got enough to make another chest for outside and an extra drying rack. But I want to have just a box for seeds, really. Okay, and then we will make that now that we have the space. And drop that there. Yep, I know about drying racks. The mushrooms and the radishes there, and then we will dry out some of the raspberries. That's nickel. This is our onion. We have a crap ton of tin ore that we haven't had anything to do with yet. Now, we have a use for it. Hmm. Water these. And then I'm going to go to the mine above us and work on getting a bunch more stone. Because if we're going to be needing tin for irrigation pipes, copper for pumps, as well as the stuff that you would normally do for whatever the upgrade materials are for the level you're at, we are probably going to want at least 2, if not 3, smelters on the go. Similar to the saws as well. I've got 2 of them at the moment. We are probably going to want to increase that. And definitely going to be wanting to increase these 2. The drying racks and the smoking house. So for now, that's good. We have nickel, ore, which at the moment I don't think we need. So I think I'll sell that to Griff. And hopefully, selling all the excess ore that we don't need will get us enough to do an upgrade of another tool, hopefully. So preferably, we'll be able to upgrade the watering can. Or perhaps now that we know how to make the irrigation pipes, it might be worth not doing that one yet. I just picked how it's meant to play. I didn't do easy, but I didn't do please kill everyone that I hold dear mode. I've taken a wrong turn. How quickly the Empress reacted with her army. Guess the fall of our province's capital is a serious enough threat. Guess it's a war of claw and tail all over again. Better start producing goods for the army. Speaking of, your email said you would buy things from me. I do not currently have things to upgrade. Oh, I knew I'd like this game. I do enjoy these kind of farming games, but most of the time I get bored because there's no stakes to it. But let's face it, at the end of the day, with things like Stardew Valley, the entire purpose of it is become a millionaire somehow through farming. Oh, no, you can sell stuff at other shops. I just, considering the email said, well, the letter said that he would buy things, specifically the rare gems and ores. I thought he would actually, yeah, have a shop option. Although, to be fair, you might have one in the house. I know that most of the shops are interacting with the counter, not the person. And for now, I just want stone. And we'll at least try and get one of the blast furnace up. So I can just have tin running as much as possible for irrigation pipes. And that is enough stone for one more. I think it was 50, yeah. Right, okay, so for now, copper ore I need because we have got most of our stuff that needs upgrading. We've only upgraded the pick so far, so not selling the copper. Nickel, I'm selling simply for the fact we have not got a use for it yet. Same with the sapphires, we don't have a use for it yet. I may come to regret the decision. Even the iron, because that is the next thing in line, so I might as well stockpile 120 of it, ready for when we do upgrade things further. And don't want to... I'll sell the lantern, because that gives us over the 500 needed to do another upgrade. And now the question is, what to upgrade? Oh, right, yeah, skills. I forgot skill points. We do have enough for a tier 2. Is there anything useful here? Not particularly. Not going to bother with those, not going to bother with that. Faster compost does seem like it will be helpful. Careful miner I'm not going to bother with, I'm just simply going to avoid things that are going to try and cave in. Oh yeah, we have just visited the second mine, so the clay is from that. I haven't done anything with it yet. I just have a full stack of it from the first trip. One thing I do want to do, I know it's not properly preserved or anything, but considering we have the Defender's ration, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like, okay, so you're telling me that if the screen shakes and I continue mining, everything caves in, and I have to start from level 1 again of that mine. So what if I just don't? And I just move to a different wall if that happens, and save a skill point. Right, fish. I do want to at least just make sure we've got above the 5 days. I know we don't need to have it above the 5 days immediately. We'd have a little bit of leeway, but I want to make sure that once the end of the day hits and they steal some of our food, we have a full day's food at least. So we have that. Yeah, the foraging, I could understand some things with foraging because, like, they're having the highlighted items for foraging. If you were new to a game like this and didn't know what you were looking for, I can see that being kind of helpful for a first playthrough. We still do want Hopper for now. For upgrading the other tools. So I guess with the rest of the day, we'll have a quick look through the swamp for any more forageable stuff. Yeah, got sidetracked then. So yeah, the two perks that like highlight things either in the mine or foraging, I can kind of understand the reasoning why you might want to do it if you're like on a first playthrough. Because depending on how bright your monitor is, it can be hard to see where some stuff is in the mine from a distance. But it's not that difficult. And the foraging... It's like if you came into this and didn't know that none of this stuff was forageable, then you might be clicking everywhere. But there are some things that are slightly more saturated, or, in the case of that white flower, very obviously different. So you don't really need it highlighted. Let's... I think that was... That's everything. Controller for the playthrough. One of the reasons I did start playing this, I bought it months ago. When it first went on sale, I bought it immediately. Just because a project like this, I want to support the devs. Because it's a cool idea. And, you know, they need... I want to, support devs that have really cool ideas. But my controller was a PlayStation 4 controller that kept on not charging properly. And I just never got around to playing it. I did like, I think, a 30-minute trial run, and I was like, okay, yeah, I hate my controller. But then recently I bought whatever this one is in my hand. I've forgotten already. If Saris wasn't, off on a camping trip somewhere, she could tell you exactly which one she recommended, because I bought that one. Wireless. It's essentially an Xbox controller, but not an Xbox controller. And I just realised I hadn't been running this entire time. I've spent a week walking leisurely instead of running around like a mad bunny. Also, it does actually make things a little bit useful. Okay. I thought it would literally just highlight the ores and do nothing more than that, but if it extends the vision, I can see that being kind of helpful. Again, depending on how good your monitor is, though. I've got nothing to put in there for now. Got an hour left. Could we... Is there a fish nearby? The plenty of days worth of food. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So 9 pepper water left, 1 compost, and I should have that now. And then 5 mint. Again, I should have that as well. Also, I heard rain. No need to water anything today. Ooh, so close. Can't believe I've been walking this entire time. Okay, almost the next research as well. Oh no, when you can, I know for what, judging by what this game is like, I can understand that getting things done as soon as they are available to you is probably a smart move. So things like as soon as I get a quest, it's like, okay. Also, speaking of quest, I think we had one for Hazel that I never actually went and spoke to her about, so I'm going to go and grab that whilst we're here before I go back to a mine. What do you need? Have you noticed the wild plants growing outside in the woods and the mountains? There are all kinds of forage growing out there. Some are seasonal, so you should check what's new. Speaking of, pepperwort's in season. Are you familiar with it? Yes. I'm putting it outside for your building project. I'm not giving you any more yet. And can you collect some pepperwort for me? I ran out while treating the woman. Okay. More pepperwort. Luckily, I was going to be heading towards the swamp anyway to look for more pepperwort. And also a quick run through here to see if there's any mint that grew in the past day. Because we do not need much to finish that project. Oh god, and I do need to do more trees as well, thinking about it, because I want to get the barns up and running. Maybe that would be the... Maybe that would be the a good plan for the 500 coins I've got, rather than going in for another tool upgrade. Oh no, you find, as long as it's not like story spoilers, if you've got hints, because obviously this is a game that it's meant to be hard. If I was a games journalist, I would say it's the Dark Souls of Harvest Moon. Luckily, I'm not a games journalist. I'm just an idiot. Which means I'm overqualified to be a games journalist. I know they do sell the flower seeds. It's just, considering I only need a couple left of each of the flowers, it's probably quicker to just grab some, at least for the building project, whilst I'm around the area. Speaking of being an idiot, I need to get into the habit of actually emptying the stuff I have in my inventory. I feel less bad about doing it now. No, Dean Takahashi would still be trying to figure out how you jump in this game. Oh, what have we got? Mines. I know there are mines. Thanks, Gruff. You should know I know what mines are, because I bought you a big pile of copper to say, here, make this shiny for me. Right, I have no seeds to put in that box, so for now, is there anything worthwhile here? Oh god, I didn't realise it actually takes time to cook things. That's terrible. Right, what? I don't need that. I don't need that. Won't need that. Actually, I will keep the guano and the plant debris to dump into the compost when I go to empty the compost. And the bone as well. I know it's good for carnivores, but let's see if I do that. You know what, I might as well dump that in here as well. I need for another chest, more planks. Again, it's coming down to wood. I was wondering about cooking, because I know, obviously, I chose bunny simply for the fact of bumper crop. I know it might not be the best option. But they obviously, being herbivore, I could just go and find a mushroom on the floor, eat it, and get a fairly decent stamina buff. Oh, okay, bunnies on the meta, okay, so accidentally choosing the better option. Yeah, just being able to be in the middle of doing something going, oh, I'm running out of stamina, oh, there's a mushroom on the floor, eat it, and you get like 8 stamina straight away. Seemed way more useful than either you don't get a bonus from anything you eat, but you can eat anything, or getting a bonus from meat, which isn't exactly something you can just find. And it seems like it would be much better if you do then, you know, preserve it before you eat it. I If I get 30 of each type of wood, you'll pause because of the rain. I would have picked bat for obvious reasons, but there is no bat. Right. Oh, right. I can't plant that here, can I? Only plant them on my own land. Let's find somewhere. Anything that involves placing things down, like placing furniture, is really a little bit awkward. You have to kind of wiggle to get it to the right place. Right, let's see. Oh, that's going to be a no. You think you can trick me, walls? I'm onto your slightly different texture. Okay, it was safe. That looks like the obvious place to go for. Nothing else. A crate full of shiny things. And more money. I think I'll leave those long chops through the clay for another day when I have more stamina. I do not think we have that much helpful food in us right now. We'll take that tin. Oh, something righted without me noticing. Oh well. So that's dried, that's smoked, that's dried, that's dried. That's honey, that's just always going to be useful. And let me double check that quest. Did the quest ask for flowers or... Yeah, it asked for flowers. Can't give 5 cabbages to Rose. Two donations off another research. 2 pepperwort flowers. And let's take... Nope, it's that one I need. Now we've got the compost. Use it. Just make sure to leave one. That does make sense to have the decay back. Right, okay, so that is last compost. We just need two flowers now. Which, fingers crossed, we can get from the storm tomorrow. A couple of stamina left, so let's use them up. And there's one of the two remaining things we need for the next research recipe. Yes, we need to stock up on more food, but luckily I have food. Also, we did get one more contribution for the community project. We got someone gave a flower. Gruff found a flower for us. Oysters are rare? Are they? I think I've fished up like 4 of them. Oh no, we are out of coal. Let's see. Right, so one more thing to find. For now. And all of that can go into the smoker. A golden trout? I don't think so. The brown trout, the blue catfish, chub. That was the wrong... Okay. Arctic char, rock bass, whitefish, oyster, silver bream, and trash. Okay, so it's uncommon for the oyster. Maybe I'm just lucky then. Give me more irrigation pipes. And you need stone. Big question of, let's say question is, so far, apart from maybe getting the next axe for chopping trees down, so far I'm not feeling the need to upgrade them yet. Is it worth going for one of the coops or stables first, since they both cost 500 coins to get? So this is going to be, I'm guessing, as with most of these games, it's going to be a couple of days to build it. Let's... the very least... Okay, so it counts the day you actually hand it in. That's actually helpful to know. I did think it seemed to go really quick when I got the pickaxe done. Because if that's the case, finding out if the next day is going to be rainy means that handing in the watering can for upgrade on the day before it goes to rain means we won't lose being able to keep everything going in terms of the watering. We won't lose a day of watering if we do it that way. That was my concern. Because like, in other games, like Stardew Valley, having a day or two without a watering can isn't a massive deal. Because at the worst that's going to happen is you don't become a millionaire on day 40. Or however ridiculous you can get with that game. I haven't played for a while. In this, losing one day of crops could be enough to be actually, dangerous for people. That is now going to be enough rock to do both a building, should that be the choice, and also a new pump. Or we could just do 2 pumps. Oh yeah, I noticed it by accident. I'm like, hang on, no one's ever given me that. Oh, wait, hang on, no, that dropped on the floor when I couldn't pick anything up. Never mind then. I'll just leave everything on the floor if I can't pick it up. Several bones in the body, with a note attached, unknown small critter, captured for study, remember to add air holes. That is mildly cruel. Right, that was one thing I was going to do, was get fish in here. Do not want to use planks for this. Oh wait, hang on, I do not need to do the middle one. There's you. Never mind, we'll pick it up at another time. Oh, is it the pickaxe? Okay. Let's grab one of them. Goodbye, cabbage. Let's see. You will have dried now. You got smushed. Never mind. Need to get some wood for you, which I think I need 6 planks will be enough for that. Oh, never mind, it was slightly more than that. Right, that's the 50 planks and 50 stone we need for building a barn. There's only 1 flower left to get. Chances are that's just going to happen on its own tonight. From someone else handing that in. I should... Oh, good, you are here. I should have checked the map first, really, but... Don't tell me you're really good at whittling spoons. I'm about to say, can you build me a house for some animals, please? Let's see. That would give eggs. Good for carnivores. Only good for carnivores once we murder them. Oh, chicories. I'm not buying myself a new home. Not yet. I know these guys give mushrooms. Seems a mild waste, at least for now, because I have a farm for herbivores, so mushrooms don't seem that helpful yet. What do bluggies give? Are they the ones that give eggs? Okay, so bluggies give eggs. They give honey. Honey is an omnivore one, so that would be helpful to both of them. Just not as much as one or the other. So Bluggy Hutch is probably the better one to go for now. I think I'm also missing 1 stone due to the fact that games like this decide, yeah, 99 is a perfectly normal thing to have as a round number. Okay, so build me a Bluggy Hutch. Okay, that's how they... I was wondering how they do, because I know that some of them will, like, take you to a bird's eye view of your farm. Let's just do a quick once over all the way on the way down for stuff. Even after saying I probably don't need to look for that flower, I still kind of want to. Never mind, I'll hope someone else hands that over tonight. I figured they might. A lot of games like that do have... Because it's just easier to do the sprite for them doing that way. Let's see. For now... Let's move that a little bit further up. That way. We can use this that we haven't bothered using before. Do I know how to make a fenced gate? No, my luck, no. Yes, I do. 3 medium wood. That's not that hard to get hold of. That is a stick. There we go. All right. Wait, that's trash. Not a bottle surprise. Okay. The cabbage is going there, going. Do need more for that. Oh, I have a maple seed. That is one more thing for the research, which will get us the next one. Assuming they haven't closed the door by now, which they probably have with it being 9 PM. Oh no. More breakthroughs in the research. Mushroom log. Used to grow mushrooms on the farm. Helpful. I was about to say, so what's the point of having the animals that grow mushrooms on their back then? But when you're desperate for food, you can't kill a log and have food from it. Whereas if you're desperate, you can kill the animal and get the meat from it. Hey, and while I'm here... Never mind, you're locked. No lost and found yet. Oh, that does suck. Okay, so... Wasn't going to bother with Careful Fisher. Simply stop wiggling the rod when the question mark disappears. From what I gather, you can get these recipes from just the bottles anyway, so they're kind of a trap. That, again, careful miner, just don't mind the weak spots. Happy critters faster could be helpful. Let's see. At the moment, I'm not cooking things much, so not that helpful. Relationship points might be helpful, but I'm not talking to many people at the moment. That one I'm planning on getting once I actually have enough enough animals to start breeding them, because that just seems just an easy option of, hey, just whoops, extra animal. Student, I've not so far. I haven't even been trying to skill up, and it's just been happening. So I don't know how useful that is. Extra chance of fish, helpful. Always getting more wood from trees. That one I can see being very useful. 1 in 20 chance to not use stamina. Going by probability, if you go from 120 stamina to 0, you might have 6 chances for that to proc on pure probability alone. So a skill point for maybe an average of 6 extra stamina per day for 3 skill points seems a lot. That one seems like a no-brainer when we get to that point. Less resources for crafting also seems like a no-brainer. Not so much at the moment, because the things that we're making only use... Okay, yeah, some of them are using like 50 stone. So it would be using 45 stone instead. Not that helpful yet, but I imagine later recipes cost a lot more valuable things, and so saving 5 valuable thing is better than saving 5 wood. More chance of extra items, yeah, helpful. That is just going to be I could just open a guide for that if I really want to be giving everyone their favourite thing. Not like I haven't done that for every other game like this that I've ever played. Chance to drop seeds when harvested, helpful. I imagine that's also very helpful if it's a crop that doesn't disappear in the first harvest. So things like strawberries will just keep having a chance of giving you more and more seeds. And a chance to get an extra ore. Again, at the moment, doesn't seem that helpful, but later on, definitely. I'm kind of tempted to save for an extra skill point to get Arborist. Just for the extra wood. Because building stuff uses it. Crafting stuff uses it. And you can also use it for fuel. So getting more of it easier does seem kind of helpful. So I think for now I may save up an extra skill point to be able to get that. Maybe. I'll have to think about it. Oh, right, yeah, food. What does that give us in terms of... Okay, so 31 stamina for a radish and oil. Okay, pile of logs that can be used to grow mushrooms can be used once the mushrooms consume the log. Well, that's kind of what mushrooms do, so that makes sense. But now I'll put you back here. Add a mushroom to the station. If it's growing, if there's mycelium covering it. Mushroom log produces one every 24 hours for 10 days. Okay. Luckily, I do believe I still had a morale on me. Yeah, I do need to pick up on the food production for herbivores. Yay! There you go. That was the last flower we needed for the community project. I believe that was an achievement saying, congratulations, yep, completed Hazel's Town project. Only got the new herb garden all set up thanks to everyone's help. I love it. It will save us so much time gathering ingredients. Here's a good point. I should buy a bunch of hay and then just have a separate field away from this one. Because I have got a couple of bits of hay on here. And I keep accidentally watering it because I'm an idiot. Okay, I guess for now, since I can't do anything else until 12, it might be a good time for this to be save and be done for the day. I've been going for 2.5 hours almost. Is there anyone online that I... Oh, Jazzy's on. Yeah, we can raid Jazzy. He's playing Warhammer Space Marine 2. It's a fairly different genre of thing. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And thanks Rapax for popping in and giving me some hints on this. They have been greatly appreciated. Next time, probably going to try streaming again Tuesday. If we do, I'm going to attempt to try and keep Tuesday, Saturday on the schedule now that I'm sort of back into it. So hopefully, see you Tuesday. For more, please don't let the nice little animals die of starvation. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching and see you Tuesday. Bye.